Welcome to the dark side of kanji learning. Rote memorization fails because it lacks emotion. To truly remember, we must attach a feeling to the shape. Today, we decode the kanji for next. It is born from a combination of freezing ice and a gaping, exhausted yawn. Look at the character. It feels jagged, sharp, unforgiving. It is not a soft shape. It is built from ancient radicals that describe a very specific, uncomfortable human experience. Let's dissect the misery hidden within these strokes. We begin with the left side. Originally, this shape comes from water, 3 drops representing the flow of life-giving fluid, blood, rivers, rain. But notice closely, this is not the water radical you are used to seeing.
Something has been taken away. 3 drops have become 2. When you drain the energy from water, when you stop the flow, what happens? It loses its warmth. It loses its life. It hardens into a cold, dead solid.
It becomes ice. This radical is called nisui, 2 drops. Think of them as sharp shards of frozen water or icicles hanging from a roof. Whenever you see this on the left, know that the setting is cold, preserved, and motionless. Brr.
Now turn your eyes to the right side. We see a figure, a human shape. But this is not a warrior standing tall. Look at the posture, bent over, weak. This is a human body failing under pressure.
Focus on the top. The mouth is unhinged, wide open. Is it a scream? No, it is silent. It is the body desperately trying to intake oxygen. It represents a state of total deficiency.
This is the radical ketsu. It means lack or deficiency. It depicts a person yawning, not from boredom, but from sheer exhaustion, running on empty, lacking breath, lacking energy, a soul draining away. So let us combine the clues. On the left, the unforgiving cold of ice. On the right, the desperate exhaustion of a yawn. What kind of story does this tell? Imagine a situation where you are both freezing and exhausted.
Imagine a long line of people in the dead of winter, a rationing line. You are standing in the snow, shivering. You are just a number in the sequence, waiting, waiting. The line moves agonizingly slow. This is the torture of the queue.
You are frozen in place. You cannot leave the line or you lose your spot. The ice radical locks you to the ground. You are a statue of misery, preserved in the cold air, unable to move forward until the system allows it.
You let out a deep, painful yawn, Ketsu. You lack the will to fight. You are just waiting for the inevitable. The passage of time feels like a physical weight. You are exhausted by the simple act of standing still. Why do you stay in this frozen hell? Because you have no choice. You are bound by the order. You stare at the back of the person in front of you. You are trapped in the sequence of events.
Finally, the person in front of you moves. You are not the leader. You are not the first. You are the second, the shadow following the first. You are the next one to face the cold window.
This is the true meaning of next, tsugi. It is not just a neutral sequence, it is the burden of being the second one in a freezing, exhausting line, waiting for your turn. Freezing, ice, plus exhaustion, yawn, equals the state of being next.
We see this mechanic in the modern world, the DMV, the bank. Next window, please. That cold, mechanical voice. You are simply processing the ice and yawn of bureaucracy. You are next in the chute.
It appears in the word jikai. Next time. The episode ends, and you are left in the cold, lacking the conclusion, forced to wait for the next installment. A cycle of anticipation and deficiency.
And here, mokuji, the I plus next, the table of contents. It dictates the cold, logical order your eyes must follow. You are a slave to the structure of the book. Item 1, then item 2. Inescapable order.
You have now mastered next. You won't forget it because you can feel it. The cold ice on your skin, the tired yawn in your throat. The memory is anchored in the darkness of the etymology.
But be warned, the story gets darker. What happens when this next character sits on top of a dish? When you are so hungry, so cold, that you take the next plate that isn't yours. That is the kanji for steal. Until next time, bye-bye.